Prior to exporting a program, we should verify that it functions as desired. Otherwise, corrections will need to be made in multiple locations once we start importing the program into other projects. To export a program, we right-click the desired program and select Export Program. Then we browse to the location wherein we want to save the program. And finally, we enter a unique name for the program file and click the Export button. Prior to importing a program, it is generally best to add the relevant hardware to the I/O configuration so that program parameter connections can be established within the import dialog. So, in this example, we add a second set of digital input and output modules. Just as the first set of modules are wired to line 1, this new second set would be wired to all of the hardware for line 2. Furthermore, now would be a good time to add line 2 into the status roll-up in the supervisory program. So we can go into the packaging status routine, and then we can copy and paste the condition for line 1. Then we rename the program parameter assigned to this second condition to indicate line 2, and, of course, create the new input program parameter. Now we will be able to connect the new line's ready bit to this input. To import a program, we right-click the task into which we would like to import the program, and then select Add and Import Program. Then we navigate to the desired program, select it, and click the Open button. An import configuration dialog should appear. Notice that since a program of this name already exists within the task, we have a collision and the operation is set to Use Existing. So changing the name to line 2, we see the collision disappear and the operation change to Create. Next, we select the Tags category. This is where we can modify the hardware tag structures to which our parameters are connected. Since we have already added the new hardware modules to the I/O configuration of the project, we can simply change the slot numbers of the hardware tags to reflect the new modules. Moving on to the Connections category, we can see in the final name column that most of our connections were updated automatically when we changed the hardware tag structures. So in this case, we just need to change the status connection to the supervisory program. When we click the OK button, the program is imported and that's it. We are done and the new line should be ready for testing. Even though the code in this simple example doesn't take long to create from scratch, the potential time savings for engineering and programming should be abundantly clear. Reusing code is the best way to maximize development efforts, and Rockwell Automation provides its customers with the tools necessary to get that accomplished. Let's take a quick look at one more example. In this case, the output hardware for the two lines is wired to two output modules, but it is wired to different points on the modules. Furthermore, all of the inputs for the two lines are wired to a single input module. So, in the Import Configuration dialog, we change the output hardware tag structure to reflect the second output module. Then, in the connections, we need to change the points, both for the output module as well as the input module. The rest of the procedure is the same, and when we are finished, the second line is ready for testing.